takes a big heart to help shape little minds. This is why I have chosen to become an elementary education teacher. This fall, I will be a senior at Iowa State University, working towards my bachelor's degree in elementary education. I chose this career because I love working with children. Every single day they are always full of surprises and say the funniest things. I also love watching them learn. I like it to see how when they've been really struggling to understand something and trying a lot of different ways, and then all of a sudden it's just like it clicks in their head and then they all of a sudden get it. Also known as that aha moment. An elementary education career contains many important parts, such as work attire, salary, good teacher traits, and job duties. It is very important in any job that you dress professionally. According to Erin Burmeister, who is a third grade teacher at LaPorte Elementary, who I interviewed on July 3rd, a typical attire that you could wear to school would be something like dress pants or dress capris, a dress, a skirt that hits below your knees, a nice top that covers everything it's supposed to, or a cardigan, as well as for shoes you can wear nice sandals or flats or low heels. And as you can see right now, I'm wearing an example of something that you could wear if you were a teacher. So I have a shirt that covers everything it's supposed to, dress pants, and then flats. So now that you know how to dress, let's talk salary. According to salary.com, which was accessed July 5th, 2015, a salary range for a teacher can begin at $30,023 to $62,179. The $30,000 number would be the bottom 10%, and then the $62,000 number would be the higher 90% number. And then the median pay would be $45,871, which would be right at 50%. This typical salary range that I found is for Albia, Iowa. The reason that I chose to do Albia is because that is where I would eventually like to teach someday in my future. Albia is a small town in southern Iowa with a population of about 4,000 people. For this career, money isn't everything, which is why it takes a special person. There are certain traits that a teacher should have to become a good teacher. According to Dr. Maria Orlando, who is a core member in the Doctoral Educational Leadership and Management team at Capella University, some key traits that a teacher should have to become a good teacher is they should be able to shift gears, which means that if a lesson isn't really going how they want it to go, they should be able to immediately just change and go in a new direction. So that may mean using a different teaching style or a different teaching technique to help their students really understand what they're learning. It's also important that they have a love for learning, that they are a really good leader. It's also important that a teacher is able to make a classroom community. So this means that they need to be warm and caring to all of their students so that it can really feel like a community. It's also important for a teacher to be flexible because they have many different job duties that they must perform. In my interview with Erin Burmeister, she told me some of the job duties that she must fulfill every day, which include teaching subjects such as math, language arts, reading, social studies, and science, also going to in-service days, meeting with her grade level team, creating lessons and assessments for her students, having lunch, recess, and bus duty, as well as keeping her children safe every single day. She also said in a quote, "A teacher wears many different hats every day, and duties always change." That's why it's important that you are able to change with those duties as they change. The best way to explain a typical day as a teacher is to give you an explanation of what it would be like from hour to hour. So typically as a teacher, you would get there anywhere from like 7 to 7:30, and then your students would arrive anywhere from 7:55 to 8:15. And then from about 8:15 to 8:30, you would have a welcoming. And then 8:30 to 10, you would have your reading lesson. And then from 10 to 11, you would do language arts. 11 to 12, you would do lunch and recess. And then from 12 to 1 would be math. 1 to 2 would be the children's special, depending on what that is, like art, media, music, whatever it may be. And then as a teacher, while your kids are at their special, you would be meeting with your grade level team. So in conclusion, in order to be a good teacher and understand what you're doing, it is very important that you know how to dress, you know the salary that you should expect, you have a caring personality, and that you know that your job duties will change every single day. Nelson Mandela once said that education is the most powerful weapon that can be used to change the world. This is still very true today, and that is why being an educator is so important. Thank you.